Distribution.
They know I go hard, and nobody's telling me different. I'm getting in how I'm living, and if you don't see the vision, go home. Cause I'm riding like 4 tires, down the old wires until I retire. I'ma go hard, go hard, go hard, go hard. I'ma go home, go home, go home, yeah.
Throw a hard punch. Wrestlers, get strong. Today we're going to go over the arm bar out of the guard. It's a slight variation of one. Basically, when we're in the guard position, his very first option, or best option, is the posture. So I'm looking for him to posture, which means his hands are not on the mat, and I'm not able to control his distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach up, I'm going to grab behind the elbow, right on the tricep. Out of the closed guard, I'm going to pull him towards me. At the same time, I yank on his arms to try to get his hands on the mat. When I get his hands on the mat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move under his arms. I'm not going to grab his arm and move him. I'm going to move me. I take my hand, I go under, and I change my angle. At the same time, I continue to push on the shoulder or push on the head, and what I'm going to do is create distance. I get up fully on my side, I put my foot on his hip, and I'm going to take the leg that's on the top side, and I'm going to try to drive it all the way over and put it flat on the ground. When I put it flat on the ground, a couple things are going on. I have distance between my body and his arm based on the bend that I have. Second thing I'm doing is I'm crunching his hand between my head and my shoulder. And then lastly what I'm doing is I'm bending his elbow over so that when I pull it in, it's at the proper angle for a tap. What I'm not doing is I'm never extending because I want that space and distance. That's one of the arm bars. The other arm bar is going to be slightly different. It's going to start out in the same position, and we're going to start out with posture. I'm going to grab those arms, I'm going to pull his body in, and I'm going to try to get his arms on the mat. As soon as that happens, I'm going to do the same thing, and I want both feet on both hips. I move, putting both feet on both hips. Notice that both knees are on the top and bottom of his body. The reason being is this: if I don't have that, it gives him a lot of space he can pop up. This isolates his arm, and I do the same thing. I'm going to roll that over. I'm going to stay bent. I trap it between my head and my shoulder, put my knees together, put both feet on the hips, and tap that out. Those are the two arm bars out of the guard that are slightly different than a straight arm bar from the guard.